Welcome back from that short break. Today we put a spotlight on an exciting frontier where culture meets capital, the powerful synergy between sports and entertainment as a catalyst for Africa's economic transformation. How do we move from potential to performance? How can policymakers, investors and creators position Africa within the global sports and entertainment ecosystem? To unpack all of this, we are joined by journalist and creative economy strategist Kenneth Awotri-Darko to give us more insight on this development. Ken, it's good to see you. How's it going?
See you too, Winston. I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm also doing great. I want to get from you, how has the synergy been between sports and entertainment considering our African landscape, basically how countries position themselves?
So just using Ghana as a case study, you realize that the issue of sports is a very big sport in the see some of these games, and it's also the same when it comes to music. You would realize that whenever there's a big name having a concert or a music show, you see that a lot of youth show up to enjoy that particular experience. The whole point of building the synergy is transferring the strength of both parties. I mean, the fact that all of these things have the use in common means that there is an opportunity there that needs to be capitalized on. So if you look at the fact that in Africa alone, about 70% of the population is under 30, which makes it the youngest continent on the globe. So it means that there's a lot of opportunity there if leveraged right to ensure that that synergy brings economic benefits to whichever country on the continent that is getting it right.
Awesome. I want to get from you also, how can countries in before we get to that, we realize that, as you made mention, sometimes, for instance, in Ghana, you get to the Bukom Arena and the kind of music and dance, the razzmatazz, the atmosphere, the charging, and this gives some kind of a different feeling to the boxers, to the audience who are the spectators. And the last time I was there, I was in a different world on its own. Recently, when one was organized, the base, which I've forgotten the title. Actually, it was something amazing, I could put it that way. Now, based on that, how do you say countries in Africa can take advantage of this particular development?
So far, Ghana is doing its best. The example you cited was the exact one I was about to cite over some 2 weeks ago when the Bukom Boxing Arena where Anthony Joshua was around. There were other celebrities that came around. There were content creators. There were actors and people in from various economic backgrounds came to converge there, which basically shows you how cross-country, benefits can be derived from the combination when it comes to sports and entertainment. It doesn't just benefit both the ecosystem around just those two sectors, but even corporate Ghana gets to have a say when it comes to issues like that. And it's a way of also drawing the crowd and also selling your product. And so that is how the economic part also comes in, becomes a platform for advertisers, amongst others, to also get in on the potential benefits that are there as well. If you look at this slide that we're projecting here, you see that it has been projected by...
In terms of numbers, I can see the sports market, which is basically around $862.6 billion.
And that's what's expected by 2023.
Yeah.
2033. Right. And this is a very big margin when it comes to the sports market's value. If you look at the entertainment space as well, by 2032, you are hoping that or expected that the value of the market is going to hit some 49, almost $50 billion by 2032. So these are very huge figures that are not being played with, and these are global numbers. So if you just narrow it down to each country and you put in place the right infrastructure and the incentives for this to happen, it's going to, see some very huge economic benefits for whichever country it is.
Certainly, economic benefit is what we expect. Thank you so much, Kenneth Awotri, giving us this insight on this development. So too soon, time is up, and thank you for watching today's edition of Marketplace.